Acumatica Manufacturing Edition has a variety of manufacturing applications. The core modules are Bill of Material, Production Management, and MRP. There are a couple of additional modules, including Product Configurator, where you can create features and options from within the sales orders and customer management opportunity screen to create unique items based on customer needs and preferences. Let's take a look at the Product Configurator. Configuration rules are set up in the Configuration Maintenance screen. For example, you can have different statuses for the configuration, so you can mark it as pending as you're working on it. Once you've approved it, then you can change it to active. And then if you need to make a change to a configuration, or if you no longer want this configuration, you can make it inactive. Each configuration is associated with a bill of material and routing with labor operations. Configuration rules are often based on materials. These are standard inventory items. Associating rules with inventory items makes it easy to create new products without having to manually set up the bill of material and routing. In this example, we can see that there are 3 feature groups, and down below we have options for each feature group. When you click on each feature, the available options are displayed below. You can also set up rules for features options where an option or item may be required or excluded based on how the configuration is built. Configurations may be simple or complex, with thousands of possible combinations and complex rule formulas. Formulas are most often used to calculate dimensional attributes such as length, width, area, or volume. Industries that depend on configured dimensions include windows, doors, and cabinets. Configuration is also common where there are many variable options, such as capital equipment, furniture, electronics. You can also set define valid ranges for a minimum and maximum value. Let's use a personal computer as an example. We have 4 different bays that we can choose from to put in hard drives or DVD players. We have to choose 1 at a minimum, but we can only choose 4 maximum. Each option below is linked to an item. These are typically stocked inventory items, but they may also be non-stock items with just an item description. You can have formulas associated with any of the options. The option displays the item unit of measure. You can also specify which bill of material operation this option is related to. Again, you can have minimums, maximums, or lot quantities. You can backflush these materials automatically to production or manually issue them from inventory. You can also specify warehouses and locations for material items. The Product Configurator configures the physical structure of the unique item as well as the cost and price. For example, one option may include a material that is $50 more expensive than other options. The configurator can add that $50 to the rolled-up item cost and price. Top-level attributes can also be defined. For example, a door or window configuration may have attributes for the door width, right or left-hand knob and lock location, door height, and more. These attributes can be required and may have default values or associated formulas. Here you can see that we are required to enter at least the length and the width for the door, as these are used later to calculate material requirements. You can also create and save configuration keys. The configuration key defines the specific configuration for an item. While each unique configuration is linked to the same basic bill of material item, the configuration may be different. You can use the key to quickly create orders for the exact same item that was previously configured. Pricing can be calculated at the child option level and rolled up to the parent configuration, or you can define pricing at the parent level regardless of child options selected during the configuration process. The Actions menu allows me to run a test configuration, to set this configuration as the default for the associated bill of material item, or to copy this configuration to a different configuration ID. Let's run a test configuration. The first thing you see is the top-level attributes. You can see that there are many attributes for this configuration, but the only 2 that are required for this shower kit are length and width. So let's enter the values here as 20 by 20. Let's look at the features and options again. So our feature is the shower tray, and we have these options. We can pick the option, and notice that this turns green at the top. It ran through the rules and accepted that as an option. Floor glass. We have the ability to pick 2. If we had an include or an exclude here, we would need to exclude 2 additional options within a feature group. We're only going to see the options that apply. Since this is a valid configuration, we can finish, and we've accepted this configuration. Now, I mentioned that this actually applies within the opportunities within customer management. There's an opportunities page on the products page where you have the ability to do configurations. So you'll notice that the configuration button is here, and on a laptop, we can configure this. I've already gone through this one, but we have a capability to have different attributes that we can pick and choose from, and now we can see which ones the aids are. On the opportunity side, if you then get the sales order, you have the ability to create a sales order directly from here, and it will appear in the sales order screen. It will also then appear on your Documents tab. So here's the shower kit that we were configuring earlier. You'll notice we now have a Configure button. It's the exact same functionality that we just looked at. It allows us to make these selections. Now, when you copy it in, it will actually copy the actual configuration. So we don't have to go back through the configuration if you don't need to make any changes. Then once we've done this and completed the configuration, then we can have the capability to create a production order directly from this screen. Once it goes to the production side, it will only have the features and options associated with that production order. So it's a true configured-to-order product at the end.